Hello, everyone, and welcome to our virtual Women Build event. The event today is being recorded so that we will be able to share it out after today to folks who haven't been able to see it. Women Build is one of my favorite events of the year because it's all about empowerment. Women have historically been disproportionately impacted by the high cost of housing, and this is especially true of single mothers who are trying to juggle work, childcare, and school while navigating increasing rents and out-of-reach homeownership costs. The impact of the pandemic has made this much worse, with many women having to leave their jobs to stay with children who have been schooling from home. Today's event brings awareness to the challenges that women face while also welcoming women to the construction site where many don't feel comfortable, and spreading the word that affordable homeownership should be within the reach of all families. We have a great program to share with you today, including esteemed speakers, inspirational music, and a great construction demo from a remarkable female volunteer on one of our current construction sites. We are so grateful to Lowe, who has sponsored today's event and who has provided us with a couple of fun prizes to share. So I have two trivia questions to kick us off. Please enter your response in the chat box by clicking on the chat button below and then typing in the box that pops up. The first person with the right answer will win. So trivia question number 1. In what year did Habitat for Humanity International begin Women Build? The first correct answer to this question will win this soft cotton face mask from Lowe's, as well as this shiny, clean nail belt. Look at that, just begging to be dirtied up on a build site. So the question is, in what year did Habitat for Humanity International begin Women Build? We've got some guesses coming in. Waiting to see for the right answer to come in. So as a reminder, Habitat for Humanity started in 1976 in Americus, Georgia, with Millard and Linda Fuller, and has been growing and expanding, is in all 50 states in the United States with affiliates. We've got 17 affiliates in Massachusetts who are all building. We have about 70 to 75 homes actually under construction right now just in Massachusetts through Massachusetts affiliates. I think I see a winner, 1991. Since 1991, Women Build volunteers from all walks of life have come together to build stronger, safer communities. All right, so second question. For folks who have been joining our Women Build events for the past couple of years, this one will be super easy. As you know, we couldn't hold an on-site Women Build event last year, but in 2019, which local town in our service area hosted Women Build? The correct answer to this question will receive a coveted limited edition, let me see if you can see this, 2021 Lowe's Women Build t-shirt in size XL, which is what I am wearing today. So waiting for answers to that, please go ahead and jump in with your guesses.
This is Lorna Simon. I have to make an appointment for Koshka. You can call me back at 508-845-9250. Thanks.
Okay, here's somebody not mute. I think you can all hear me again now. Sorry about that. All right, so waiting for guesses as to which town in our service area hosted the 2019 Women Build event for our area. And again, this lovely blue Lowe's 2021 Women Build t-shirt could be yours. So go ahead and guess. As a hint, we are really close to finishing this home. That's right. I see a correct answer out there. Holliston is the right answer for our 2019 Women Build. So thank you all for participating and congratulations to our winners. Now I have the honor of introducing Representative Danielle Gregoire of the 4th Middlesex District. Representative Gregoire has been a supportive advocate of Habitat's work for several years, and we had the pleasure of meeting as we toured one of Habitat's projects in Northborough just before it was completed a couple of years back. We are honored to have her here with us today. Representative Gregoire.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really excited to join you today because there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully next year we can do this event in person again. It's really been an honor and a privilege to work with Habitat's Women Build program and to get to see the program in action, working on an unbelievable project to restore a couple of historical properties in the town of Northborough, which I'm proud to represent. So I just want to really thank you and encourage everyone out there to continue to support this program. I think we're going to hear more today about the difficulties that women and families in Massachusetts are facing as a result of the pandemic. Housing in Massachusetts, and particularly in this service area, was not affordable to begin with. And now, as we continue to come out of the economic crisis that has resulted from the pandemic, things are going to get even harder for families out there and women in particular. So I want to encourage everyone to continue to support Habitat's Women Build program so that we can continue to provide affordable housing and safe housing for women and families across this area. I just really want to thank you again for the opportunity to join with you today. I want to thank the Lieutenant Governor for being here to support this unbelievable program. And I, again, look forward to the time when we can all be together, and maybe I'll even bring out my own hammer and nails the next time we're on a job site and we can all work together to get it done. Thank you, and good luck with the fundraiser, and thank you again for your continued work across our communities.
Hey everyone, my name is Kara Brindisi. I am a singer-songwriter and performer here in Central Massachusetts. I'm so grateful to everyone at Habitat for Humanity for inviting me to share an inspirational song for you all today. So this song goes out to all of the women who are working hard to afford their own home. Enjoy. Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Herald what your mother said. Read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you. Others take a different view. My, oh my, hey, hey. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Time asks no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can't find the pace. The world keeps on spinning, you can't stop it if you try to. This time it's a danger staring you in the face. Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta
My name is Amelia Kazmarkowitz, and I'm here at 81 Harrison Street in Worcester, Mass, here with Habitat for Humanity. And today I'm going to teach you how to install your own window. The goal here is to help with the cost of home repairs. You can save anywhere between $150 and $800 just in labor alone by installing your own window. And even before the pandemic, 1 in 6 families were paying more than half of their income on housing, which is unlivable. So the goal here is to teach you how to do it yourself and help reduce that cost. So this is the opening that we're using. This is where we're going to put our window today. When you do it at home, you're going to have your rough opening, and you're going to want to order a window that's ½ an inch narrower and ½ an inch shorter than your rough opening to make sure it fits. So we have house wrap over the end. You're going to cut it. You want a step stool maybe to get up there. You're going to cut it flush to the top. And on the bottom, you want to do a little diagonal cut up, and then a diagonal cut. Connect those two. Now something like that. Okay. You can cut it right in the middle. Take your hand stapler. Make sure that there's nothing in the way, that if nothing's proud. And then you're just going to staple it down. You're going to cut your excess. Kind of right in the middle. And then if any of these staples are kind of up, just put them down. So you want to have a nice smooth surface. Then you're going to take your beveled siding, you want to cut it to exactly this. So we have it at 33 inches. So you have this narrow piece. It wants to go on the outside, smooth side up. So you want this flush right to the edge. So I'm gonna grab, I have this pencil to use just to make sure. So right to the edge. And then you're gonna wanna nail it down. You only need about 3 nails, just ends and middle, in that thick part of your siding. Nice flush. Once that's in, you're going to want to cut your sill tape. It's going to go 6 inches past, kind of up on the corners on both sides. So it's going to be a foot longer than this opening. The edge of this sits right against the edge of your siding. So you're going to take off this backing. Peel it right off. Be careful, you don't want it to touch itself, it won't come undone. Fold it, find the middle. So as you see, there's some overhanging. That's going to fold right down. And you're going to want to work the corners so that it stretches around it nice and smooth. Now that's done, we're going to take a roller, roll it out. So that's really on there. then if it's a colder day and it's not sticking down, you can just throw in a nail right at the corner of the tape just to hold it in place so it doesn't stretch out. Next, you're going to take the 6-inch 3M flashing tape. You're going to cut it so that from the top of the window to just right before the end, but make sure it's overlapping this tape. So then you're going to put it right on to hold down this the wood. You can see a little seam here. Do it one at a time. Peel off this back. Right to the top, right in the edge. Make sure you get the wood and that. Nice and smooth, there's no bubbles or wrinkles in your house wrap. And the other side, same exact way. Once that's done, you want to do the top, you want to go outside to the top and then the rest of this project. Now we're outside, you want to make sure that there's nothing here that's going to get in the way of your window flange. We have this up here, so you need your cat's claw hammer. Pull anything out of the way. Now we're clear. Take a knife. You're gonna cut this part of the house wrap. So we got 2 45s in the corners going up. We're just gonna fold it back for now. You're gonna need it later. Now we have our tape for the outside. What's nice about this tape is there's a small section, big section. I use the small section for this part. And it's gonna wanna line up with this seam right at the bottom of the foam. If you don't have it or it's in the middle, you can just do about 1 inch, 1.5 inches over. And then it overlaps past the opening about 1 inch on each side. You take that off. Then at the overlap, you cut it right on the edge. You have it loose now. Both sides. Fold it right over. Get that out. Take those ends. Put it right down. Take your roller, once again, just roll everything out. Nice and smooth, pressed flat down. So now you're ready to test fit your window. This one part you might want a friend help you maneuver it into place. I have my lovely assistant Paul. So it's in. Paul's gonna hold it. I have this 4-foot level. I'm gonna make sure level on top. That's good. Put it on the side. Make sure it's level on the side, not racked. And that one's great too. These mark on the side where it's level so that you can, when you put it back in, you'll readjust back to your good spot. Grab a pencil, and then I'll do over here. Just make mark. So it sits back in. Now let's put this to the side. So now we're gonna put caulk all around the edges to really seal it in before we put the window back in permanently. All right, like caulk and caulking gun. Nice and ready, all around the edge. With the flange, you don't have a lot of room, you want it right on the edge. Your flange is about 1/2 inch thick, so if you go too far, it won't catch. With this stuff, more is never enough. You want to use a lot. Make sure you have a good seal. And you're gonna leave 2 gaps. Only place you're gonna leave gaps on the bottom. So you're gonna go a little bit in, leave a gap. Here, keep going. Leave a gap. And then finish that off. So that's to let any water that might get in, give it a place to go, to get out. Okay. Done. That. Leave that inside, don't want it to get cold. Now we're ready, put the window back in. Back in, look at your marks. Make sure you're good. And then you want to secure a few holes and test the window. Okay, before you get all the holes in, test the window, make sure it goes up, down, locks, no problems, because if it gets stuck, it might be racked. You have to readjust it. Great. Our window's all set. You're going to want to fill every single one of these holes. So we're using these long screws. That's because we have all this foam in between the window and the wood, so we have something to catch onto. Now we're ready, put tape around the flanges. So we're only gonna do the sides and the top, nothing on the bottom, because we still want the water to be able to come out if anything gets trapped inside. For the sides, we're gonna be using that 6-inch 3M flashing tape, the same that we used on the inside. You're gonna want it to go a little bit past the flange on the top and the bottom. Nice and flat. Go over here. Head over to the other side. Do exactly the same thing. See, right over the screws. All that excess caulk, just go smush right in. Don't have to worry about wiping any of that off. Now you have that 4-inch 3M all flashing tape. That's gonna go up on top. Works same way. Peel it off. This too is gonna go right past the flashing. Right on the flange on both sides. Cut this a little more. Right under. Grab your roller, smooth it all out. For your last step, you bring down this house wrap. You're gonna cut it just above the flange on top. And then you have your blue Weathermate house wrap tape. Go on about 1 foot strips. This has a backing, you just peel it off. Let's start at one edge. You want to cover a diagonal cut, and it goes right above the window. Then you're gonna leave a little gap, about 3 inches. Put down your next piece. You do that so that if there's any water under this house wrap, it has a chance to escape. One, just wanna cover that edge. And the amount that you need is based on how big your window is. Once again, roll it all out. And that's it. Then you've installed a window. If you're ever in the situation you have to do it, it can save you a lot of money. Super simple. Just need to know how to do it.
Thank you, Amelia, for that great presentation on how to install a window. Now I'd like to bring your attention back to the challenge that women face when seeking an affordable home. The cost of a home is frequently overwhelming for women who are working hard to support their families. Too often, the high cost of housing for women and their families puts them in situations where they have to choose between important essentials like healthcare, childcare, school supplies, and clothing. This has especially been the case during the COVID pandemic. Our next speaker is a consistent supporter of our efforts to give a hand up to working moms as they strive to build safe and affordable homes. Shortly after graduating from the New England School of Law in 1991, she began her career in public service and has not looked back. In her role as Massachusetts Lieutenant Governor over the last 6 years, she has worked closely with local officials to encourage increased affordable housing options for families through the Housing Choice Initiative. It is my pleasure to introduce Massachusetts Lieutenant Governor Karyn Polito.
Hi, I'm Karyn Polito, Lieutenant Governor, and it's a real honor to be with all of you. It's really hard to be doing this celebration with Habitat for Humanity virtually. Many times we've gotten together in the past on site where we can see the amazing work that you and your volunteers do in our communities to make housing more real for more individuals, women and families of our communities. I want to thank Metro West and the Greater Worcester area for your continued commitment to Habitat for Humanity and for working so hard throughout this challenging year for everyone. Thank you. I also want to say that even before the pandemic, we all realized that as Massachusetts continues to grow, we have not grown enough housing to be available and accessible to people of our Commonwealth. And that's created a supply and demand issue that has made it less affordable and within reach for a lot of our residents. So over the course of this past year, we've worked hard as an administration to find every opportunity alongside of our legislature to put the bond bill dollars to work, to find more ways to partner with the private sector and with our nonprofit community, including you, to site and to build more housing of choices throughout our Commonwealth. We were particularly pleased that in the Economic Development Bill, the housing choice zoning reform language was included. This will set up our Commonwealth's communities for more innovations around choosing the kinds of housing that can work. It could be housing near a transit-oriented development. It could be housing that has a mixed-use component. It could be housing for senior community, the senior citizens in your community. Whatever it is, every community has a role to play in designing out the kinds of housing that will work for their residents and the residents of their future. And I look forward to continuing to work with Habitat for Humanity and for all your volunteers for finding good places in our neighborhoods that you can set up a beautiful home, a home for someone here of our Commonwealth, to bring more stability to them, to bring more connections to them, to have a sense of place and rootedness in one of the 351 great communities of our Commonwealth. Keep up your great, great work. I look forward to seeing you in person on site where we can celebrate a new opening and a new home for someone very special in our Commonwealth. Keep it up. Thank you.
All across the United States,
families are paying too high a price
to cover the cost of home.
Rent and home ownership costs are skyrocketing,
while wages are not keeping pace.
1 in 6 families are forced to make impossible choices
between safe homes,
nutritious food,
health care,
access to good schools, or reliable transportation.
Which would you choose?
Which would you choose?
No family should have to pay more than half their income for a place to live.
Habitat for Humanity is taking a stand.
Habitat for Humanity is taking a stand.
I am taking a stand.
Yo estoy tomando una posición.
I am taking a stand. We are committed to find solutions and create policies
that allow for people to meet their most basic needs.
I believe that no matter where they live or how much they earn,
every family deserves a chance to thrive.
Join us.
Ayúdanos.
Join us.
Join us.
Help make the cost of home something we can all afford.
I encourage you all to take a stand and to become involved in the Cost of Home campaign. No family should have to pay half their paycheck for housing. Please reach out to your members of Congress and urge them to act now to meet our critical housing needs. We've provided a link on this slide, and we'll also put it in the chat box for you to copy and paste into your browser. This link will bring you right to the campaign with a message that you can customize, and with one click, you can send this message to your representatives to let them know that this is important to you and that you believe that the cost of home is something we should all be able to afford. Thank you to both of our speakers, to Kara and to Amelia for your participation in today's program. And thanks to all of you for attending with us today. We hope that you'll take action and join our Cost of Home campaign, and we do hope to see you out on the build site as soon as we can all do so safely. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.